Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 108 of the Friday Nightmares podcast. I am one half of your hosting team this evening, Mr. Smoke Show Crawford, coming to you from the town of Swartz Creek in the county of Genesee, in the state of Michigan, in the United States of America, in the North American continent, in the Western Hemisphere, on planet Earth in the Milky Way galaxy. I'm fully vaxxed, boosted, and waxed and ready to climax, and if you can, please get me wet and feed me after midnight. I'm the man with the glorious beard, aka Mother of Cats, aka the man with the humongous ego, aka Scotthausen, aka Scotty Too Hottie, aka Spanky, aka Hey Scott. And with me as always is
AKA husband,
oh yes, aka husband now. Yeah.
an official stepfather.
Yeah. Yes, now the stepfather movie can really take place.
And now that I've met the children, I know what risks they're at. They are so sweet. I'm concerned. I'm concerned
You,
of your toxicity just bleeding
they
into
showed
it.
you their polite face.
Oh, they certainly did. Those two young men were on their best behavior when I was there for your wedding. But with him, as always, is Heather Powell, coming to you today from Waterdown, Ontario, Canada, for the second last episode of the Friday Nightmare podcast. Oh, that got me a little emotional. That was surprising when I said it out loud. We talk about it all
Hmm,
the time, but
yeah.
it actually got me a little emotional. But we are breaking up. This may be a slow decline, everybody, but it's like any relationship. You stop trying, you don't spend the time you used
You
to.
know, as the song goes, breaking up is hard to do.
It is. It is. And then one day you're just at Chili's over some dips and you're ending it. And the
You
reason
just
why I make that joke is because I read this thing online where like some guy got dumped at Chili's and the server brought him mozzarella sticks to like comfort him.
aw.
Like, that's really nice actually. Go Chili's.
Yeah,
Shout out to
that's
Chili's actually. I went to Chili's just before your wedding. That's just the bomb. They got
I'll
great
say
food at Chili's.
I haven't been there since because I think they redid their like entire menu and everything like that. So I haven't been there
Oh.
since they've redone everything. Because before it used to be just kind of like Olive Garden, just mediocre. Your typical what do you call that, franchise type restaurant. But
Oh, it's still that, but we got drunk there and they were really nice to us. And
well,
they
I
put
also
on the World Series, which we were like clearly the only Canadians in the restaurant that cared. So that was very kind of them to do that,
that is true.
right? Like, and they were like, "We're cheering for the Blue Jays too," and we were like, "Oh yeah, go Detroit Lions,"
Which,
which
shockingly enough,
is
they're
true.
kicking ass.
Yeah, you know what? This is not an NFL football
No,
podcast, but I do watch football and I cheer for the Bills and I cheer for Detroit because obviously they're border towns.
right.
And I think they're two teams that aren't full of dicks, to be honest with you. I think they're the underdogs that I would love to see go on and have some kind of success. Fuck West Coast teams.
Yeah.
Fuck
And
fucking Southern teams.
honestly, I don't watch football, but since it's Detroit Lions and they are actually doing really well for like the third
Mm-hmm.
year in a row, like I'm paying attention. I'm like at least looking at scores and stuff because I'm just curious, like because Lions have never been good, and to see them actually be good and consistently good is kind of shocking.
Yeah. And like, not the, again, this is not a sports podcast. I don't know how we got into this, but when we were watching, the Tigers were in the run for the World Series, and they were the only other team besides the Jays that I would have cheered to the end if they had gone all the way. I would
Oh
have
yeah,
loved to see Detroit. I think there is something when you're in a border town. Like, I even noticed that being over where I was seeing you, a lot of people are like, oh yeah, we cheers for the Jays. Fuck, like, LA. You know what I mean?
right.
Like, because it's closer, right? You have a little bit
Oh,
more of a
absolutely.
relationship. And I think it also emphasizes that the relationship between our country may look bad, but I think between border towns, at least, we're still quite friendly.
Yeah, I'll say
And a
because I
lot
mean,
of, yeah,
honestly, we're neighbors.
we are.
We're straight up
We are.
neighbors.
And I think there's more of a knowledge of each other and how each other functions,
Yeah.
and I think that helps too.
Yeah,
Um,
and it does, it's our governments that are fighting, and we're just like, yeah, whatever.
well, it's your government.
Well, 100% my
Well,
government. I know. Oh, I know. Mine's the
you're the
instigating.
problem.
Mine's the instigating asshole.
Ah, You're the toxicity over here. We're just vibing here
Exactly.
with our maple syrup and our mousses. We're just
And your
vibing.
ketchup chips.
We're just catching chips. We're just fucking vibing, man. Um, so yes, we're coming off the heels of Scotty's. We're obviously talking around,
Hmm.
but talking about your wedding.
Yes, it's today would have been well, yesterday would have been 3 weeks since the wedding. But a lot has gone on before then and during and after it. But man, what a whirlwind of activity that ended up. It turned out way better than even had anticipated. Like Eric and I both even said that. We're like, we expected it to be, turn out to be fun, but my God, that was way better than we hoped it could be. And
It was incredible. It was a really, really good time.
yeah, like I was happy with just how everybody was. Everybody showed up, well, I'd say about 75 to 80% of the people actually showed up in costume, which was awesome.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
like the DJs were amazing, played great music throughout the night. The bartender was great. Our,
yeah.
we
Yeah,
huge.
shouts out to the bartender.
Yeah, right. Well, I was gonna say, and shouts out to everybody that helped us out throughout this thing. So, like, our friends Angie and James doing the cooking for us and
Yeah,
catering.
yeah,
Uh, Erica's stepsister Alexis for helping
yes.
with the catering and also helping with Erica. You and Ron for helping us set up and do everything and just
Oh, I
being
didn't do
there for
much. I
us.
sat there and I entertained the boys. Let's be clear.
You that right there helps a lot.
I
My
talked to
parents,
Connor about
Erica's parents.
guns.
Like yeah, but just everybody that chipped in and helped out just to make this day like our day so special. Like huge
Yeah, it was
shout out.
special.
And yeah, it was a great turnout. Like wasn't insanely packed and there was a nice
No,
flow of people in and out constantly
yeah,
and
yeah,
it ended at a good time where it was like we're not dragging this out and we were home by like 11:30
yeah,
and
yeah.
yeah, just
I don't know what time we got back to the hotel because I made choices. Um,
we all did.
yeah, I think I made a lot more different choices than you
I mean,
did.
you had the option to. I had to still drive,
Yeah, you did.
even if it was only
I
5 minutes
I
away.
took Mr. Jeep Uber that didn't have seatbelts, but it's all right. It's fucking Michigan. I'm here for it.
Oh God, really?
No, I had seatbelts. I don't think they were working that well, but and I blame Ron for bringing extra party favors that
Oh yeah, my cousin
we
Rhonda.
engaged in.
Yeah.
Yes. That was fun though. And you had a bonfire outside,
Yes, we did. We
which
had a
was very
bonfire
cute.
s'more station, which I don't think the s'more station ever really got used. But
I did toast some marshmallows.
oh, did you? Okay, awesome,
Oh, I did. I did. Don't
sweet.
you worry. And the setup was you had your pinhead there.
Yep, he was.
Pinhead was there to witness the day.
Yep, he was honoring us.
Yeah. It was really nice. It was such a you know, you and Eric are a very good couple, right? Like, and you fell head over heels for her
Yeah,
very early on. And in my speech, like, we're not going to go over my speech. Like, I mentioned that because I'll never forget, and it's true, Scott, the day that you brought her up, you've been to my house 3 or 4 times by that point.
yep.
And the fact that you entered in the wrong address, I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And then I saw you had your hat backwards because I know she likes it when you have your hat backwards, when you video chatted. And I saw her giggling and like the way she touched your hand, I'm like, oh, that's why. He was distracted driving here today. It was very, very sweet. It was very, very sweet. And she handled it well. Like I know she didn't have a lot of sleep, the poor thing.
Yeah,
The Friday to the Saturday. I don't think any bride sleeps well. But she rocked it going on literally I think 2 hours of sleep. So I think she
yeah.
yeah,
She was fueled
definitely
by caffeine and the
her love
energy
for
of the
you.
moment. And yeah, love for me.
Yes,
We'll
right?
we'll say that.
Yeah, it was her undying love for you, Scott, that kept her going. She's like, yeah,
Um,
that's it.
yeah,
Nothing to
100%,
do with
yes.
like the pot of coffee I drank, Heather. It had everything to do with my undying love for Scott. Um, but yes, the pictures too. Like you couldn't have had a better day for these photos. They were like Halloween, spooky, haunted,
Yes.
fucking like I don't know. It's like I know that you're not necessarily someone who believes in God, but it's like someone heard you and they were like, "We got you. Don't you worry."
Right. Well, I was gonna say is I cannot wait till we get all the professional photos back for our photographer. Because also
Mm-hmm.
shout out to Cheyenne, the photographer, because she kicked ass.
Oh,
Because
incredible.
she stayed to the very end and even helped us break down everything, which was awesome. She didn't have to do that.
She's a
And
very good photographer. Very
yeah,
good.
and yeah, she took advantage of that open field with all the fall leaves and everything. It was so I can't wait to see those photos when she gets them all finished up and uploaded. Like, but yeah, this turned out amazing. It was funny though, because Erica and I barely seen or spoke to each other after all the necessities were done because people kept pulling us in different directions.
Of course, it's your wedding day. Like, I don't think we talked. Well, we
Yeah,
talked enough.
we
I don't need
talked,
to
but
talk
yeah,
to
it
you.
was like I felt like I'm like, damn, I didn't really get to even hang out with Erica and George that much.
Well, here's the thing. You don't need to because we'll see you again because Ron is now our new best friends and we'll be
Yes.
coming up to and staying at a different hotel. I definitely it was
Yeah.
fine. Like honestly, it was just more that it was kind of like dirty around the hotel. Like I didn't give a shit about drug deals and stuff. Like I know that makes me sound probably like, but fuck, who cares about people making a little money off a blow? Like that's not I can turn my head to that. I was more concerned that there's like human trafficking or something going on in the hotel that I have a
Hmm.
hard time turning away from. But luckily I didn't see any of that and I'm making it sound like this was the worst hotel. It was not, just to be clear.
It's just
Um,
Flint.
it's just Flint, and even the restaurants when I would go there, they're like, yeah, this is Flint. I'm like, it's a thing, man. I can't tell you how many people are like, this is Flint.
Yep.
Um,
Flint does what Flint does, and the Flint
Flint
people
does
do
what
what
Flint
Flint people
does.
do.
Like, hence when we pulled up to the border and they're like, where are you heading to? And we're like, Flint. No any question of like, are you sure you're coming? They're like, oh, you're coming back. We know you're not staying.
Yeah, nope.
You two white folks looking like you just pulled out of a fucking Starbucks. You two are not staying
Yeah,
in
well,
Flint.
in the hotel that I was thinking that you were going to stay at, I thought was on Hill Road, and that's
No.
the one that Erica and her friends all got hotel at the night before. Well, they ended up having like something happen that they had to get shuffle everybody to the hotel across the street. So it's like, good thing you didn't go there because I would have been a mess too.
Honestly, I couldn't win. It was just
Yeah.
not the high point for Flint hotels on the weekend of your wedding, but it was a high point for your wedding, and that's all that matters
Yes,
is
I'll say
that you're married and now you can have sex.
I can finally not live in sin.
I'm proud of you for finally doing the right thing, Scott.
But yeah, this I couldn't have been happier. And yep, I had the week off right after the wedding, so Erica and I took a couple days to Frankenmuth, which is like the touristy German town around here. We just wanted to be somewhere close by because this was kind of our test for our boys to make sure they could handle being on their own, take care of the pets and everything else, and we're still close by if they needed us. And yeah, they did wonderfully. House
Yeah,
was
they
not
were
burnt
like,
down.
bye.
Yeah, I was shocked. I mean, house wasn't a mess, house wasn't burnt down, animals were all taken care of, and
Yeah, because they want you to go away for longer and further next time. That's
exactly.
and they're not stupid. They're like, oh no, we need to do this right.
And Connor's probably gonna kill me, but at the wedding, he met a girl.
He did.
And
He
he was
did.
dancing with her, and now they're talking all the time.
Connor's like, he doesn't listen to this, does he?
No, he does not.
Okay, good.
If I
He
told him though,
definitely
he'd
would
be
not
like, "I'm
want.
gonna kill you."
Yeah, don't know. You know what? Some things you just keep to yourself, Scotty.
But
Some
it's so
things you
much
just keep
fun
to
to just.
yourself.
But it's fun to torment because then he'll just threaten to put me in a home.
Well, they will choose it, dude. So you better be careful
Well,
because
I already told them. They keep threatening to put me in a home, and I'm going, you're making it sound like that's a threat. But honestly, that's I'm getting bath time. I'm getting food. I'm getting
your
movies
first thing
without
is bath
interruptions.
time.
I mean, well,
Okay.
and old people fuck like rabbits, so Eric and I will be having a lot of good time.
Well, hopefully Erica's still there. If not, you'll just
Well,
be
he
the fucking old age slut.
well, I was gonna say like she's being threatened to be put in a home too. So yeah, we're just gonna be banging like
Oh.
rabbits.
Maybe she'll be wanted a different home by that point. Be like, actually, can you guys put me in the one that's like across the street? Like
Keep me
close,
away
but
from this old pervert.
like I've had enough of Scotty. And just so everyone knows, we're not ending the podcast because Scott got married. I feel
No.
like there's some thoughts there that's why we're ending the podcast because we suck as people and we aren't able to plan it
Oh,
effectively.
oh, and we already know Rob is going to be blaming the marriage.
Absolutely, but the truth is, Scott and I are the problem.
Yes, I've just
not,
gotten
not
our
Erica. It's us.
our priorities have changed a lot.
It has. And I just want to thank you, a little thank you, and I know you feel the same way, to Mr. Mark Nato,
Yes.
who basically treated us like little baby birds and had us on the Rotten Round Table several times, or the cast in the Rotten Round Table, the sub show or whatever it was at the time. Who helped get us access to movies to begin with. I want to thank Christian Luciani from the Exploding Heads movie podcast, who also gave us access to films. Of
Yes.
course, nudie.
100% nudie. Like,
But Mark Nato had a lot of screeners for films that I don't think Scott and I would have got to see if it hadn't been for him.
right.
Forever grateful. And his life has changed too. He
Yep,
is
because
no
they had to
longer,
end the show.
yeah. So, it also, this really isn't Scott got married and we're super busy. It's also the selection. Like, we haven't podcasted together for 2 months and we only really have 18 movies to talk about, which
Yes.
isn't a lot compared to what we used to do. This would be something that we would talk about every other week.
Right.
Um, so it's also our watching habits have changed. And not to be like our lives have changed and it's just interests and stuff go on. So I definitely don't ever want this to end and people think that Erica was the reason. It definitely was not. Scott and I are the problem. Let's be clear here.
Yes.
It
I was
was
like, because
always Scott and I.
look at you. I mean, you're volunteering like constantly now on the weekends for shelters and
Yes, I am. I spent a lot of time with the puppies and like my dad died and we pushed
yep,
through
and
that too, and but
yep.
still.
I was gonna say, and yeah, you're doing stuff with your mom more, and
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
and
And
then
it's yeah, and work and life and you
yep. And
know.
I was gonna say, and yeah, me becoming like I got busy with my like homesteading life that I've started
Mhm.
doing, and also, my stepdad has been dealing with dementia, so I want to be there and
Mhm.
help with my mom because my mom's gonna be needing a lot of help as that goes on, and
Mhm.
there's a lot
Mhm.
of stuff like just, we're getting older. Everybody around us is getting older. Life is just
Mhm.
getting busier and,
Mhm.
just kind of happens. And also want to give a shout out to Exploding Heads
Mhm.
because rumor has it they are also ending the
They
show.
are. They are. And that's probably because of us.
It
Dave
probably, yeah.
realized it. He was like, "Well, Friday's nightmares can't go on." Just kidding,
Oh.
Dave. I know it's not because of us.
No, you guys have been running for a long
Yeah.
time, so congratulations on
Yeah.
doing it as long as you guys have. That is impressive. And but yeah, there's always much love there. We may not bring you guys up all the time, but yeah, you are some of the kings of podcasting in our community.
And there's certain podcasts that pave the way. The horror cast, the Exploding Heads movie podcast. I never listened to it, but the one that Dave was on beforehand, the Skeleton Crew.
Yes, Skeleton Crew.
Um, there's certain people, the horror returns, that have been around for a very, very long time and
And we
welcomed
also
us
can't
with
forget
open
Dummies of
arms.
Horror.
Yeah, it's a good podcast, so
Oh, shots fired.
I'm just kidding. That is honestly the fact that Tim is up to the episodes that he is at and his dedication, I always admire. I think Tim is one of the most creative, dedicated podcasters out there. It's
Hmm.
been a pleasure being able to be on his show. It's a pleasure knowing him and Rob.
Oh,
It really,
absolutely.
really is.
And Luffy.
And Luffy, right? But it's Tim that does the work. Like let's all the
Nuh-uh,
joking
no, no.
aside, let's come on, let's
Mushroom
give
is the
him his
one that does
due.
the editing and no, joking aside, it is all Tim.
Yeah, it is all Tim. And again, we're just really humbled to be around these groups of folks. And not to say that Scott and I, who knows, we might come back for a one-off or something like that. You never know. But I
Yep, and we may
prefer
do
to,
guest spots.
yeah, like, you never know. But like, it's just not a focus for us anymore. And I hate leaving things open-ended. I hate it. I
Yes,
hate it. I hate it. My other, unfortunately, podcast ended that way. I did plan on coming back for one more episode to say goodbye, but unfortunately, that's no longer recording, and that's okay. I wasn't the one that ran that podcast, and um, things change.
exactly.
But with Scott and I want to do it right, and so does he. But it's
Yes, I was
it's interesting. Sorry, go ahead, Scott.
I was gonna say yeah, because we actually, we have the option to continue it till we decide it's done, and yeah, we've made
No,
sure to like, yep. I think it'll be our award show is going to be our send-off
yeah, I think
episode as
so.
well.
Yeah, I think so.
That's fitting.
Yeah, I think if we'll wrap up the year because there's not much else to talk about in 2026. I don't know. 2025 has been it's been a slice.
Yeah, I mean, there's been some amazing movies, but with the selection is definitely not as good.
Been colorful, we'll say.
Yes.
Um, so we talked about homes previously, which is really fitting because I don't know if you did that purposely, but do you know what the first film is that I'm going to talk about?
I see it on the list. This one I still want to check out.
So have you seen it yet? No, you haven't
No.
seen it, so you're
Nope.
okay. So this is with good old Pete Davidson, and it's called The Home. A troubled man starts working at a retirement home and realizes his residents and caretakers harbor sinister secrets. As he investigates the building and its forbidden fourth floor, he starts to uncover connections to his own past and upbringing as a foster child. So I
Hmm.
watched this movie some time ago. Do I think it's going to end up on a best of list? No. Did I find it entertaining? Yes. Um, what you see is what you get here. Pete Davidson is working as a caretaker at this home. He's doing it kind of it's like a parole thing. He gets charged with a crime and he needs to do this work to, deal his parole. And the home is not is what is happening at the home is not what it seems. And speaking of you're wanting to have a lot of sex in homes, Scott, this would definitely be right up your alley as to
Oh,
what happens in this film.
oh, fuck yeah.
Um, I
Oh,
found
and
that to be,
I'm
sorry,
gonna mute myself real quick just because it sounds like deliveries here and the dogs are going nuts.
no problem. So this here, so the third act of this is Bonkaroonies. I really do recommend it to folks. It definitely does not disappoint. The third act is probably the highlight, but it's a fun, easygoing film. It doesn't require a whole lot of thinking. Matt Woods gave it 3.5. It says, it appears that I like this movie more than most, and that's rare, but I had a good time with it. And yeah, there's a few issues with it, but overall, if you're looking for something light and easy to watch and, a pretty good, protagonist fuck shit up at the end movie, it's a good watch for you. It has a 95-minute runtime, so it doesn't overstay its welcome. And yeah, you can find it anywhere on Apple TV, Google Play, Amazon. I definitely think it's worth the rental if you're into horror in general and you're looking for something different to watch. I would definitely recommend checking it out on VOD. Now, can
Awesome.
you
Yeah.
talk? Okay.
Yep. I was gonna say, and yeah, I'm just gonna have to talk over the crazy animals because yes,
There's nothing. I don't hear anything.
oh, okay, perfect.
Yeah, you're
Because yeah,
good.
we are having deliveries of some things today from Amazon and didn't expect them till later, and now they're showing up now, of course, while we're recording. So if
Eh.
there is any noise, my dogs are going nuts in the background. Sorry about that, folks. Can't help that. But yeah, I am curious about this one because Erica and I seen the trailer for it, and I think we were planning on watching it at some point once we just
Yeah.
things settle down, which, we've gotten some movies in because things have settled down a bit here and there. But yeah, it's not one we haven't, 'cause I think we forgot about it for a bit there. So
It could win Gore of the Year for the third
really,
act. Yeah.
really
Like it may not. It could be runner up, but it is like Bonkaroonies.
interesting. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, then, yeah, I guess we can jump on to the next one, which I'm guessing you have not seen. All right. So this is, let me there it is. Oh crap, where'd it go? I'm sorry, I'm pulling it up on Letterboxd. All right. And this is Macon Blair's remake, readaptation, whatever you want to call it, of the trauma classic, The Toxic Avenger.
Uh,
Starring quite a cast actually. Got Kevin Bacon, Peter Dinklage, Jacob Tremblay, let's see, Elijah Wood. Like so pretty good cast for, Toxic Avenger
yeah.
film.
Yeah. Yeah.
And yeah, the synopsis of this one is when a downtrodden janitor, Winston Goose, is exposed to a catastrophic toxic accident, he's transformed into a new kind of hero, the Toxic Avenger. Now, Toxie must rise from outcast to savior, taking on ruthless corporation overlords and corrupt forces who threaten his son, his friends, and his community. Um, so yeah, this has been one of those movies that's been talked about as a remake, being a remake and being worked on for God, I want to say like almost 10 years. Like it started off as
Has
like
it been that long?
I think so.
Jesus
it's been
Christ.
ages. And I believe it like had like a festival run last year and finally got to theaters this August here. And I was excited because I'm like, it's Toxic Avenger. I'm curious to see how they're going to do a super indie, gory, offensive trauma film in this day and age with a high glossy sheen and a budget. So I was kind of curious, and well, they definitely made a higher budget trauma film. It felt
Hmm.
like a trauma film. The offensiveness, there's some offensiveness, but it's nothing as bad as how it was back in the 80s and 90s trauma days, because those were, really highly offensive to nowadays
Yeah.
standards. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, the comedy was definitely trauma style, but just like trauma style, a lot of the comedy is very hit or miss, and for me, a lot of it did not hit, so it was kind of okay, whatever. The gore was over the top and just gooey. The only problem is when you're remaking a trauma film, who are the masters of low budget indie work with what you got, you do practical effects. They did CGI for this, and the CGI just didn't look that great in spots, and just it kind of took away from the charm that, hey, this is a trauma film. You should do physical, practical effects, but
Mm.
that and the story was decent. So all in all, I think if you're a trauma fan, Toxic Avenger fan of Elijah Wood, fan of like Peter Dinklage and Kevin Bacon and all them, it's worth a watch. It's entertaining. It's not going to make any. I don't think it'll make any of my lists for the awards, but I'm glad I watched it because it was about on par for what I was hoping when
So
I
what
see
you
it,
were
if that makes
expecting
sense.
with the
Yeah,
remake, right? Like you were kind of like, this is what I kind of know that I'm going to walk into.
yeah. I'll say if that makes
Okay.
sense.
Yeah, yeah, no, that makes complete sense. Is it available on VOD?
Let's see. I think it is now. Let me bring up the letterbox. Yes, it is now available to watch on Apple TV, Google Play, Amazon, Fandango, and YouTube.
Nice. And so I guess if you like that kind of stuff, rent it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Okay. You saw Weapons, right?
Oh, I sure fucking did.
All right. Man, and this director has a style, huh?
He really does.
He really, I'm interested to see what else he comes out with. He has 2 out of 2 hits so far, I think. So
Yeah,
we'll see what the next one is. But I feel like a lot of people have seen Weapons by now. It did come
yeah,
out some time ago. So basically, when all but one child from the same class mysteriously vanishes on the same night at the exact same time, the community is left questioning who or what is behind their disappearance. So I'm going to talk like I'm not going to dive into this overly deep because a lot of people have watched it. I don't think we need to convince people to watch it and tell people what it's about.
right.
But I think what I appreciated about this is the storytelling. I really think Zach, is it Craig again? Krager?
Uh, yes, Zach Kreger.
Krager is great at layering. He's so
Yes.
good at layering. Like here's the first layer. And the chapters that he does,
Yeah,
like
and
they're well
following
done.
everybody around.
Yeah. Like it's just he takes the characters and he focuses on them. He does like, a 20-minute, like I guess you could say a chapter on it. And then there's something on the next character. And then there's something on the next character, but then it all leads to the conclusion.
Yeah,
Like it's just really, really, and I could see if you don't like that style, this movie would really turn you off. But it seems as though they're doing pretty good for feedback. Like it has a pretty high rating. Most people 4 stars, 3 stars, 4 stars. I'm at a 5. This was a 5 out of 5 for me. Like I
yes.
thought that this was fucking how a horror movie should be done. Great storytelling, great acting. Didn't see it coming. Like I was like
No.
surprised, right?
100%. Um,
Right? Yeah.
yeah, like I was gonna say, like the closest thing I could for anybody that hasn't seen it, the closest way I could describe like the way this was filmed would almost be like a if Quentin Tarantino focused on horror.
Yeah, that's a good way to compare it to.
I think that's the closest I can
Yeah.
think of because it's got that style and substance to it, but where it's less talky compared to Quentin Tarantino, this one's more horror focused. And yeah,
Mm-hmm.
man,
Mm-hmm.
I was invested from the very beginning. Like
Mm-hmm.
everybody in this was incredible.
Mm-hmm.
The story was fucking creepy.
Mm-hmm.
And the what's her name?
Julie
The
Gardner?
not no, she did amazing though. But we're trying to think. Starts. So I'm bringing in the one movie up because she's
Oh, Amy Madigan played Glads, the witch.
yes, yeah, because
Yeah.
Amy Madigan, I recognized her from Uncle Buck way back in the day.
You know, she was also in Antlers.
Was she really?
I think she was a social worker. Yeah.
No shit, I did not
Yeah.
realize that.
And
But
she
no,
was in
she
The
did.
Hunt.
Huh?
Yeah. Yeah. She's been in a lot.
Yeah, apparently so. But yeah, she did
Yeah.
amazing. She was super fucking creepy in this.
Great.
Um, and
Yeah.
apparently they're going to do a prequel with
Yes.
Gladys, which I'm
Yes.
curious because that was one thing. Just like Sinners, they didn't give you much about the antagonist,
Yes.
so you didn't really
Yes.
know much about their motivation for this.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. So I think that's a real good opportunity to build.
Yeah.
And I hope they do that. Like sometimes we see prequels and sequels and they're quite disappointing. I will be talking about one at the end of this episode.
Ooh.
That I felt was I know that a lot of people have liked it and that's fine, but I found it boring as anything. But to each their own. So weapons
Okay, I
though,
think I know which one you're talking
yeah,
about
I think you know.
now.
I think you know what I'm talking about. Yes, this has not been a good year for sequels for me. I'll be honest, with the exception of Megan at the beginning of the year, which I thought like at least knew what it was and ran with
Well,
it.
speaking of sequels, what about this next one we're about to jump into?
Oh, I was gonna say where weapons could be found. Should we tell them?
Oh, yes,
VOD
yes.
everywhere. Actually,
Yeah.
it's
Oh,
VOD everywhere. I don't know. Apple, Google, fucking Amazon. Find it in any of those. Next one.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you jump into this one because this is your. I feel like this is your franchise.
It's kind of well, it's one that I have a love-hate with for
Yeah.
sure. Um, but yeah, this one is the yearly Shutter release of VHS. VHS Halloween. A collection of Halloween themed videotapes unleashes a series of twisted, blood soaked tales, turning trick or treat into a struggle for survival. Now, I want to give a quick shout out to Fresh Cuts because they called this one VHS Fuck Them Kids. And I laughed my ass off so hard when I heard that because it is so fucking true with this movie.
It is.
But yeah, this one, man, I had a freaking blast with it. Like, I think there was only one segment that I wasn't into, and the rest I was just enjoying the shit out of because it had that Halloween vibe to it.
Yeah.
There were some creepy stories, there were some silly stories, there were some just straight up entertaining stories. Like, it's VHS, so it's all like the found footage style. But my God, I had a blast with this one. It was what I needed for right before Halloween.
Fun size.
Yes, exactly. That one.
I thought this was clever. I think the VHSs are always interesting. Whether they're my favorite or whatever, they're always interesting. And I
Yeah,
really did appreciate the theme of this one and kind of like how some stories felt like they bridged together, even though they weren't by the same director.
right.
Um, I thought that was kind of cool. And I enjoyed it. I agree. I thought this was a lot of fun. I would have to rewatch the VHSs to get my ranking correct, but this
Yeah,
would be
so would
up
I.
there for me. Like
Yeah, I
this was
think
up there for sure.
because yeah, I think this is number 8 in the franchise now, and so I'd say it's at least in the top 4 for me.
I would say the same.
Oh, I'm
I
gonna
would
just
say the
take a
same.
guess, but yeah, like you, I'd
Yeah,
have to
I would
rewatch
agree.
them.
I thought it was fun. Again, like I don't know, it's the best anthology that we've got this year. Now that doesn't say much, but
Right?
it's at least VHS delivers a fucking anthology. You know what I mean? At
Exactly.
least you get a fucking anthology out of it.
I was gonna say because I think every year they have kind of won the award because ever since 2020 there just hasn't been that many
No,
anthologies.
no. And we're just kind of like, well, this is what we got. So we kind of
Exactly.
just go with it. So if anyone hasn't watched it yet, I know we're past Halloween, but for Scott and I, it's spooky season all fucking year long.
Damn right.
You can find it on, of course, Shutter, of course.
Good old Shuddy.
The good
And
old
not children
Shuddy.
Shutter. Not children Shutter.
No, forgot about Children's Shutter. That just shows Watership Down all the time. Repeat. And AMC, of course, all the AMC plus ones. I don't know. There's a bunch of AMC plus shit that's out there, and of course, Apple TV.
Yeah.
I would say rent it if you're a VHS anthology fan, or I don't know if you have Shutter, fucking watch it on Shutter. You're paying. Shutter is the most reasonable streaming service still. Like I pay
Yeah.
for it, and I share it with Scotty, and it's like $90 a year. It's really not that much money.
Yeah, which I greatly appreciate that you share that because
Well,
yes.
yeah, but it's not expensive. You know what I
No, it
mean?
isn't.
Like compared to some of them, like Netflix, go suck a dick, Netflix. Like
This
honestly.
is why we don't pay for Netflix.
But anyway, watch VHS, everybody. It's fun. It's worth it. Go check it out if you haven't already.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, this is one that I had more fun with and more fun than last year's, which
I
is
liked
beyond.
last year's, but yeah, I would agree. I think this one overall, I think had a better vibe to it,
Yeah,
right? Did you watch this one?
I did not.
Okay. So if the substance was too heavy for folks, I introduced you to Shell.
Oh
So
boy.
it's like when I was like, what was that movie that we saw about the one with the woman in the yard? I'm like, so if
Oh
the
yeah.
bag of Babadook was too heavy for you, I introduced you to the woman in the yard.
That fucking movie, I already forgot about it. God damn.
Well, this is like Shell was good. Don't get me wrong. This is an entertaining film, but it's the substance only light, just to be
Right.
clear. Um, be the best version of yourself. Desperate to
Oh, that is
reclaim her,
totally the substance.
right? Desperate to reclaim her career, the once beloved actress Samantha Lake is drawn into a glamorous world of wellness mogul Zoe Shannon, only to uncover a monstrous truth behind its flawless surface. So we have some pretty good actresses in this. We have Elizabeth Moss and Kate Hudson in the
Mm,
two roles, and I'm going to be honest with you, that's why this movie was good. You had
right.
cast anybody else in these roles, this probably movie would have been a very cheap version of the substance. So the biggest difference is this is one person in an organization instead of kind of like a faceless group of folks,
Gotcha.
like in the substance, right? So basically, this woman is an aging actress, and Hollywood is not kind to aging women. You know, we're all fucking aware of this. Women's bodies in general are usually not favored. Fuck the patriarchy.
Yeah.
But anyway, so this movie just capitalizes on that, and it's a basically a cat and mouse game between Elizabeth Moss and Kate Hudson's character, and it's really entertaining. Like this is 100 minutes, and what you see is what you get here. Woman pushed down by industry. Woman finds new age wellness. Woman engages in new age wellness. Sacrifices have to be made in order to keep wellness. Woman doesn't
Hmm.
want to do it. Power struggle between good and bad, right? So it's what you see is what you get here. What you see is what you get. Do I think you and Erica should watch it? Absolutely, it's entertaining. Like you want to throw on something easy to watch that's funny in parts, that's, I don't know, it's Elizabeth Moss. And I think Elizabeth Moss is pretty good in almost everything. Like she
Yeah,
carries
she's
this
amazing.
character really well. I think Erica will appreciate it from a woman's perspective. I think you guys should watch it. Absolutely. Do I think everyone should watch it? I don't know. This is pretty much like focused on ladies, I think, with, obviously some body gore and some body horror. There's like some good body horror in it.
Okay.
But if you the substance you liked it because it was very like artistic, this is like the less artistic version of that.
Okay.
Right? So if you don't mind, like I don't want to say a step down because I don't mean it like that, but like more for the general public viewing, you'll like it.
Nice.
So
Yeah, okay, because I've kept scrolling past it, not knowing what it was. The cover just didn't grab my attention.
yeah, I would
So,
watch it. I think you guys would have fun with it, and it's only 100 minutes. You know what I mean? You're looking at
right.
like an hour and 40 minutes. You're not talking about something that's 2 hours of your life, right? So,
Yeah.
um, the ending's kind of abrupt, but whatever.
Yeah, sometimes that happens.
Who gives a shit, right? But so it's available on Google, Paramount, Plex, YouTube, and Amazon for rent. I would say rent it. If what I've said, if you like the substance and you wouldn't mind kind of like a watered down version of that, check this out. And if you like Elizabeth Moss and Kate Hudson, they play off each other fucking beautifully. So two great female leads, check it out.
All right, perfect. Yeah, I will definitely have to check that out. And now this one, have you watched this one yet?
I have not, no.
You need to.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
this
Okay.
you absolutely need to watch this.
Okay.
So the one I'm about to talk about is The Long Walk, which was based off Richard Bachman, aka Stephen King's book from the 70s.
Okay.
And the tagline is The task is simple: walk or die. In a dystopian alternate America ruled by a totalitarian regime,
Whoa, but
50,
isn't it happening right now?
it might
Just
be just
kidding.
a little bit of that sprinkled in here and there. You never know.
You never know.
50 teenage boys take part in a deadly annual walking contest, forced to maintain a minimum pace or be executed until only one survivor remains. Now, the rules to this is you have to walk at 3 miles per hour, nonstop. You
Oh,
stop,
Jesus Christ.
you get a warning. You don't get back up and start walking, you get another warning. Once you get that third warning, you're executed.
Oh my God.
And the game goes on. No stopping for sleep. No stopping to go to the bathroom.
Oh, it's like when we used to podcast.
Exactly. Like there is literally no stopping. You gotta continue. Like to the point where some of these people were falling asleep while walking, and like
Oh,
had to be
Jesus
woken up to keep
Christ.
walking. And like it gets intense. And like this is where you could definitely tell this is a Stephen King story because
Mm-hmm.
the characters in this, my God, like you feel for almost every one of these characters, like whether it's feeling like emotions of empathy or sympathy or anger. Like he gives you these characters in like just such great depth, and the way this was directed was handled with such care, like to the point where this may win my tearjerker slash relationship awards because there
Oh.
were some just really strong relationship building from characters in this, and like it is intense. Like it's more definitely I think this is definitely a Heather film.
Okay, I'm here for it. Where can you find it?
This one is available to rent on Apple TV, Google Play, Amazon, Plex, and YouTube. And this is one that is definitely in my top 10. Like, I fucking love this. This is another one of those 5 out of
Wow.
5 movies.
All right, I'm gonna check it out. You've sold me, baby. I'm
Yeah,
onto
this,
it.
I think you would really dig this one, especially because I think you would get invested with the characters.
And I like walking, so that
Exactly.
definitely.
Because I'm sitting here going, hey, I walk all the time at work now. And I'm going, oh, this is brutal. Oh, yeah. Oh, I couldn't do that.
No, no. That sounds interesting. I'll definitely check it out. Thanks for
Yeah.
sharing a good film before we move into this next one.
Oh,
Um,
absolutely. I'm let me see what the next one is before we jump to it. I'm curious now.
oh,
Oh,
you, The Strangers Chapter 2.
okay. Yeah, I haven't watched this yet for a reason.
Oh man, fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Who created it? Who's the director behind this shit? Hold on. I want to give a special shout out.
Oh,
Rennie Harlan. Hey, you know
yeah.
what? Whatever, man. You did your best with this shit. Like, let's just say you did your best. So,
Nightmare on Elm Street Part 4, Independence Day, that guy.
ah, hey, is it really that guy?
I think so, yeah.
Hey, you know what? Fuck yeah. You know what? Fuck yeah. Because I'll be honest, it's better than the first one. All right? It's
Which
better
that's a low bar.
not the Liv Tyler one, just to be
Right.
clear. Like, you know what I mean. Last time we talked about the stranger one, we didn't even talk about it. We weren't going to talk about it, but we did anyway. Okay,
Yeah.
so when the strangers learn that one of their victims, Maya, is still alive, they return to finish what they've started. So this is basically them stalking Maya for an hour and let's see how long is this movie? An hour and 38 minutes.
Oh boy.
Of them just stalking this chick, okay? So Rob Humphreys gave it a half a star. I wouldn't say it was that bad. Matt gave it 2.5. He said, I think people are being way too harsh on this film and its predecessor. I agree. The first one doesn't necessarily horrible. I didn't get the point of the remake. That was more of
It
anything
was
else, but
pointless. Literally
hey.
pointless. It's the same thing that we already seen.
Yeah, like, and it just, I don't know, it's hard to remake The Strangers, not because I think, oh, it's so sacred. How dare they remake The Strangers? It's just, like, the gig's up.
Yeah.
Like, it's hard to kind of go back and be like, well, who are these people? And, like, you know what I mean?
Right.
So,
I mean, it's
this,
just a creepy home invasion movie.
yeah, right. But I will say this one did try to build on the lore of who these folks are and how they became. That I appreciated. So there
Okay.
is a backstory to the strangers, and I did enjoy that piece. I did
Okay.
enjoy how, clearly the town's in on it, right? Like, which is not a shock. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
it's kind of not like they're supporting it, but they're kind of turning the blind eye.
Mm-hmm.
It has some cool scenes. Like, it's not, it's unbelievable what she survives, obviously. Like, no human being would survive what she survives, but I don't know, it's not the first movie that's done that.
Right,
You know,
100%, yeah.
so if I'm gonna shit on that, then I guess I better shit on all the other films that did that. It's just it's basically her being stalked for an hour and 30 minutes. So if you watch this movie, know you're gonna watch this person be stalked. But I watched it. Finished it. I was interested to see what was going to happen. So I think that says that. Do I think this is a movie you got to run out and watch? Not necessarily. But I think that it does provide somewhat of a backstory to why they're doing what they're doing. Whether it's a good backstory or not is up for debate, but it provides some kind of backstory. So if you want to watch a chick be stalked for an hour and 38 minutes, this movie is for you. If not, don't bother. And if you're gonna pick it up, like, don't show this to Erica. Like,
Oh
this is
boy.
something
Oh,
you
she
throw
would
on at
tear this
work.
apart.
You know what I mean? Like, she's gonna be like, this is completely, like, it's completely out there, unrealistic. But if you're bored at work one day or you need something just playing in the background, like, don't worry, you can look away and look back, and you're not gonna miss some crazy plot development. Like, you know what
Right.
I mean? Like, it's not,
Kind of what I figured.
yeah, it's not heavy. So if some people want to watch it because they want to finish the series, it is available on Amazon, Apple TV, Google Play, Amazon Video, Cosmo Go to rent. I would say rent this if like you enjoyed the first one and you want to see what happens, like you want to continue the series, then yeah, continue the series, but don't walk in thinking it's going to be like the original sequel to The First Strangers.
Okay.
Like it kind of steals from the ending concept of that one in the hospital,
Right.
but it's not as good in my opinion.
Okay. Good to know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this will be one that I could throw on in the background at some point
Yeah,
just because I'm
like
trying to
but
get.
Erica, don't share it to Erica.
I
You
almost
want to stay
want to.
married.
I was just say I almost want to just to see
Well,
her reaction.
if you did, tell her that I said it wasn't a good idea.
Okay.
Don't pull me down.
I'll blame you. I'll blame you.
Oh, you fucker.
All right. Now, is this the
Oh
sequel you were
man.
talking about?
No, but this was
Okay. I was like,
horrible.
oh.
Oh my god, what a fucking boring movie.
All right. So we have different opinions on this
We
one for sure.
do, we do, we
Um,
do.
but this is the next one in the franchise, Hell House LLC.
And
This one
hopefully
is
the last.
no. We will get there. Hell House LLC lineage. Um, this is a 108-minute runtime with a tagline, "A blood bond rooted in evil." After a near-death experience, Vanessa Shepard faces nightmares in Abaddon as mysterious deaths occur around her. She discovers her connection to the Abaddon Hotel, Carmichael Manor, and the decades of unexplained murders. Um, One thing right off the bat that I wish they wouldn't have went this route, but they got rid of found footage. They went to just normal movie style, and I wish they would have kind of stuck with it because, I know Hell House is one of my top tier franchises. I love every movie that I had came before this one. This one is definitely, I will say, a step down from the others. However, I did still enjoy it because it did build on more of the lore and kind of built more around the lore of Abaddon and the Carmichael Manor, like just everything around that, like the buildup of that, I found intriguing because I watched the Hell House movies annually during the Halloween season, so I love the lore. I love everything about that. And yeah, like this one definitely is a bit more of a slow burn. They brought back Vanessa, who was from part three, Lake of Fire, and because she, somehow survived in part three, being protected the way I forget the character's name, but was kind of an angel that protected her. And this one, yeah, just kind of it is. I will give it a slow go, slow burn that doesn't have a huge payoff. This almost feels like I would say the almost middle of a trilogy type story where it's just kind of bridging the gaps. And I think that's kind of what this is doing is bridging the gaps between Origins and the Hell House trilogy before it. So it is kind of like not as hyper focused. It is more just bridging that gap for what's to come. Because I have a feeling this is going to be a new trilogy. I don't know for a fact, but I have a feeling it is. That's just kind of how I felt with it. But like I say, I enjoyed it. If you are a fan of the Hell House series, I at least recommend it because it does build up on the lore. Erica also really enjoys the series, and she enjoyed this one as well because it builds on the lore some more. But Heather, your opinions.
So I'm not the biggest Hell House fan. Like I will say I think the movies are okay. I
Right.
think I like the first one and the second one the best.
Hmm.
And then it started to lose me. So I just don't I all I can say is the mannequins in this get around a lot and rant stand show up wherever they seem to be able to show up
Yeah.
without any logic of where ghosty ghosts can be if this is supposed to be a ghost or a demon. I guess it's like has
It's more
unlimited travel,
it's more like kind of a demonic presence.
which can go anywhere.
Hmm.
Which I don't get how you and Erica are okay with the logic because I remember us arguing about the logic of that before. So that surprises me because that's usually something both of you would have a beef with.
Well,
Like,
usually, yeah,
how
but I
does a
think
demon
it's
cross a country? Like,
oh, it didn't cross the country. They're all
yeah, what
still
about the
inhabitants.
husband, the ex-husband? Suddenly the fucking clown things in his office?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, this is definitely not the best of the series.
You're like, Heather, it wasn't even found footage. I already said that at the beginning. I think for people that are like Scott and Erica that really like this series, I think it's great. I think it's a love letter to those true fans. I think for mediocre or fair weather friends like myself, it's boring. I
Yep.
think it's like anything. If you're really into a series and, there's certain series that I'm really into and or certain films I'm really into that if they have a sequel, even if the sequel is not the most popular, I really like it, right? Because
Yeah.
it's a love letter to me. And I think that the best way to sum up this film is it's a love letter to true Hell House fans. This movie will separate whether you are a mediocre average fan or whether you really, really love the series.
Right.
That's the
I
best
think
way to
that is
sum it up,
fair.
right? And for me, it was not a good movie. But again, I liked the first two Hell Houses before I began to lose. Like I like the house that October built more than I like this series around Halloween
Okay.
time. Like this just like if this was like Switch It and they were doing a lore on that, I would probably like it more. You know what I mean? Because I like that
Right.
series more.
No, but
So,
that's fair. Yeah, because
right.
and for, franchise lover here of the series, this is only a 6.5 out of 10 for me. It's not
Well, yeah,
but
not
yeah,
your
it's still,
top.
yeah, but it's still, I'd say it's probably the worst of the series, but, it's still, like I say, it added that lore that I needed.
Yeah, and you know what? It's on Shutter. Like,
Yeah,
if you've watched the Hell House films and you like it, watch it to decide for yourself. Like, do I think this had more love put into it than Strangers Chapter 2? Yes, I do.
yeah,
I do think Strangers Chapter 2, though, is more entertaining because at least the girl's almost being attempted to be killed for an hour and 38 minutes. So,
that's
like,
fair.
that kept me more, like, alert. But again, this is all going to come down to how much you like this series,
Yeah,
right? Night of the Reaper.
yeah,
Have you
this,
watched this one yet?
nope, this is one that I wasn't sure, like, the trailer looked interesting, but also boring at the same time.
Yeah, so it's actually pretty good. It's based on there's babysitter murders, and this young lady's sister is murdered, and she takes a babysitting job. She comes back to town. She's been away in college, so her sister's killed. She comes back 5 years later, and she's reconnecting with friends, and she takes a babysitting job that night, and things progress from there.
Okay, did we say the name of this movie?
Night of the Reaper.
Okay, I don't remember if we did or not, but
Yeah, I said it. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Good to say it again.
I have dementia, sorry. No,
Not yet.
no, not
That'd be
yet.
good though when you can rewatch horror movies and be like, "Oh my god, it's the first time I've seen The Nightmare on Elm Street."
Exactly.
My god, Friday the 13th is so good.
I'll be messaging you,
Anyway,
Heather. You won't believe this. We should do a podcast called Friday Nightmares.
and we should talk about 80s horror. No one is doing that.
No.
But yeah, this is entertaining. Like this is very much a like it's funny. There's one review here that's like, I bet you never saw this twist coming, did you? Winky winky. Like it is kind of obvious. But it's a good watch. It's a great Halloween watch. I really did enjoy it for the Halloween time. I thought the actors in it were good. Yeah, the ending's a little unbelievable. It's kind of true crimey.
Oh, okay.
But I do think it's worth it. I would recommend it to you and Erica. And plus it's only 93 minutes.
Oh, it's only that long?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, you're in and out just like we like it, Scott.
Yeah.
No commitment, in and out. But yeah, I for anyone who kind of likes that whole babysitter being stalked, mystery, whodunit, killer film, this is a good movie for you. And it's available on the Shutter, AMC, Google Play. I would say rent it. It's a good horror movie of the year. There's mixed reviews here. I don't think a lot of folks have watched it yet. Rob gave it a 1, but Rob doesn't like anything,
Yeah, I was
so
like, Rob
he liked
doesn't like.
Jurassic World Rebirth. So,
I was like, we already discussed this a lot, like in our chat group, but Rob never chooses joy.
no. And like, I don't know. I don't know why I gave this 1 star. I don't think it's a 1 star film, but hey, whatever.
He'll tell us
Whatever.
his opinion. We know he
I know.
will.
I don't get why
Yeah.
he thinks this is 1 star. Like, I think a 3, 2.5 for some folks I get. For me, it's a 3 star. I was entertained by it. It was fine. Like, it was easy to watch. I do think you should watch it because I think it's entertaining.
All right.
Not everything has to be a top 10.
Right. At this
So,
point, I will take anything to watch just because, it's getting closer to the end of the year and I'd like to kind of,
reach
oh,
100 films?
yeah, like because I'm at, I want to say, I think I am at like 72 now.
Oh, you're not going to reach 100 films.
Hey, you never know. I might
No,
get the
you're not.
bug to watch as many movies as
You're
possible.
not. I'm at 97, and even I'm like, oh, will I? Right? Like, so there's no way. There's no way.
That's fair. That's
No
fair.
way. Not this year, my friend. Not this year.
Um,
That's why we're ending, because this is why.
you're not wrong.
Right? We don't have the time anymore. But this one was entertaining. Did
Oh,
you like this one? You
yeah,
watched it,
this
right?
one was.
It's
This
silly.
one is exactly what you expect when you watch
Yeah.
the trailer. Um,
Yeah.
so this one is called Coyotes, and it's a 91-minute runtime. So, keeping with the trend of nice, short, and sweet. Uh,
Yeah.
the tagline is "Eat the rich." Love it. Trapped in their Hollywood Hills home, a family fights for survival when caught between a raging wildfire and a pack of savage coyotes. And yep, this has Justin Long and who was the Brittany Allen is in it, who you probably recognize from It Stains the Stands Red and the lesbian movie where they're out in the woods and they're the
Oh,
one
yeah.
hunting
Yeah,
her.
yeah.
I
Yeah, yeah,
forget the name of it
yeah.
right
That
now.
was good. I can't remember that one either, but that's a good one.
What Keeps You Alive or something
What
like that.
keeps you alive? Yeah.
And then Kate Bosworth,
Yeah.
is in this, and yeah, this is just silly
Yeah.
CGI fest, but it's got some cute CGI coyotes that kill people and make
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
There's nothing deep about this. This is just fun animal attacks movies. Like
Yeah,
there
with
ain't
like an
much to say about it.
environmental, like, hey, we overtook all the coyotes' land, so of course they're coming to fuck us up.
Yeah, and also like the
Right?
coyote. Well, I won't explain, spoil the ending, but yeah,
Yeah, like it's basically like also commenting on the California wildfires. So I will say for
yes.
anyone in California, this may be a little close to home.
Good
Um,
point. Yeah.
yeah, like I don't know, like those, we've had some wildfires that I know my friend had her place destroyed out in Alberta.
Oh,
So
geez.
it can be traumatic for folks.
Oh, for
So,
sure.
just the only thing that I give here as like just so people know it does comment on the California wildfires. Right? So,
Right.
but it's a pretty I think Scott put it up perfectly. This is a paint by numbers fun creature feature,
Yeah,
right?
like remember we used to do those when nature runs amok movie
Yeah.
theme that we had way back in
Yeah.
the day, and
Yeah.
this
This would
is
be in there.
yeah, this is more of that. It has the
Yeah.
environmentalist aspect to it, and yeah, just creatures attacking, and
Yeah.
it's
It was
all
it was good.
coyotes.
Yeah. And I don't know if you like Kate Bosworth and Justin Long, it's decent. If they're not your cup of tea, don't watch this movie.
Yeah,
Like if either one of them you find annoying, just skip over it because there's not enough of a plot to save it otherwise.
right.
Um
That's a good point.
right? But it is available on all the streaming services, Google, Amazon, Apple. If you like creature features and you don't mind Justin Long and Kate Bosworth, then check it out.
Yep, I agree. And crap, I actually flicked away from it for where it can be found.
Oh, I just said Amazon, Google, and Apple. It's
Oh,
there. It's on all the major like VOD
okay.
services. It's
Sorry,
just
I
not
don't know
on
if I
Shutter.
must not have heard that because I was going to the next clicking on the next movie. It'd bring that up
You were
as
too
well.
excited to get to the next film.
Another sequel.
Yeah. Which actually, for the love of fucking Christ, wasn't that bad.
No.
Which says something because this is a low budget film. I saw the OG.
Yep.
Did you watch the OG?
Yep, I watched the OG and I
Yeah.
watched the short film.
Like,
That
we're not talking about big moneymaker films here.
no. But yeah, the
So,
movie we're talking about here is The Jester 2.
yeah. Anyway, I'll let you lead it in because I watched the first one a couple of years ago or last year, whenever it came out. But I'm interested to hear your thoughts.
Yeah. So the tagline to this is you can't cheat death twice. It has an 87-minute runtime, so yep, keeping it nice and short still. When teen magician Max crosses paths with the sinister jester on Halloween night, she must outsmart a supernatural killer whose magic is all too real and whose tricks always end up in blood. So yeah, this is just if you've seen the Jester from like I want to say like just a couple years ago, it is basically another version of a silent mime type killer a la Art the Clown.
Mm-hmm.
Like you could definitely tell the person that came up with this idea definitely kind of got inspiration from art. And,
Absolutely.
it's not a bad thing. And
Yeah.
the jester is quite creepy and actually is more straight up supernatural. He has
Yeah.
powers. His powers are really not explained on his extent of what he can do, but he can do all sorts of shit and comes with some very cool kills. This sequel, I think ended up doing the first movie more justice now because it gives more lore to why the Jester does what he is doing
Yes.
and kind of builds on that, which makes the first movie make even more sense. And
Yes.
then add in the teen magician Max, who was played by Caitlin Trentham. She was great, like a
Yeah.
great little side character to
Yeah.
oppose the Jester.
Yeah.
But
Someone that you could get behind. Like
yeah,
you wanted
absolutely.
her to be successful, and I believe this is her first film, or it's the first one she's credited for. She did a great job.
Yeah, I thought she did wonderful, like
Yeah.
playing the opposite of the Jester in this, and
Yeah.
like I just found this one to be just a lot of fun. Some really good kills, and
Yeah.
yeah, just a good story in general.
Yeah. I agree. And I think again, we've talked about this over the years, but this is low budget done right.
Yeah,
Like this isn't low budget to the point of like some of the other one that I will talk about. I did watch one very low budget movie that I actually thought was, people got together and were like, I want to make a movie, what it would actually look like, and they did a good job of it. This is a little higher than that. Um but I thought it was great. I thought it flowed well. It was 87 minutes. It didn't overstay its welcome. I thought the practical effects were fabulous.
yeah,
Yeah, like I think this is a great little film. It's not going to be for everybody, but I think it was really, really well done.
yeah. I was like, yeah, this one might get an honorable mention from me in the sequel category when we do that for
Yeah,
the awards.
I agree. I think it's one of the honestly, it's the best sequel this year that's come out for me. Like
That
I think this is the best one.
and that is fair.
Right. Right. So, and it is available on. Do you have it up still?
Ah, shit, no, I backed out.
That's okay. I'll go back into it quickly. It is available on Apple TV, YouTube, Amazon, Fandango. I don't know why this isn't available on Tubi. It's a shame. I
The
think more
first
people
one
would
is,
watch it.
but I say the first one's on Tubi, so maybe this one's just trying to
Yeah.
make money first, then go to Tubi.
So that's probably it. So watch the first one on Tubi. You do need to watch the first one to watch this one and get it.
Yes,
So watch the first one on Tubi, and then if you like it, I would say rent this one. It's worth it.
absolutely, yeah.
All right. So the next one is from the producer of Jordan Peele, not directed
Yep.
by Jordan Peele, but
Very clear of a clear distinction there, just so you
yes,
people don't get
yes,
confused.
but absolutely is it connected to the Peele universe? Him. After suffering a potentially career-ending brain trauma, Cameron Cage receives a lifeline when his hero and legendary 8-time championship quarterback, because Tom and Brady got 7, so they did 8 for this guy. Um, and cultural megastar Isaiah White offers to train Cam at Isaiah's isolated compound. Another isolation film
Oh
with a
boy.
cult. And he shares his celebrity influencer with that he shares with his celebrity influencer wife. But as Cameron training accelerates, Isaiah's charisma begins to curdle into something darker. Marlon Wayans is in this, and I feel
Yeah.
like because this didn't get the push and the love it deserved, I don't think he'll get the credit he should get for playing such a fucking fabulous antagonist.
See, and that's the
He
part I
is,
was curious about this movie is
yeah,
because I knew he was the antagonist. I'm like, I want to see how he does as an antagonist.
he was fucking great. He was someone who you could really fucking hate. Like he was
Nice.
a real piece of shit, right? And I think that if you watch football, and I think that's the trouble with this film, is it's a horror film. And in my opinion, those who are really, really into football aren't always really, really into horror,
I kind of agree.
right? Now, I happen to watch football enough because I watch Canadian football and I watch the NFL. And I've dated guys who like football.
Right.
And so I'm very familiar. So I got a lot of it, and a lot of it was fucking spot on with the foot. Like it had something to say about the industry that wasn't wrong. But I
Okay.
think it would have gone over the head of fans that didn't like. I think you would get it, Scott, because I think living in Michigan, I think you know that like, and your stepson being involved in the marching band, how football's like it's like a cult,
Oh,
right? Like
100%.
it's
Yeah.
yeah, right, and it's pushed through no matter what,
Yeah.
right?
It really
For
is.
everything, you sacrifice everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah,
so
we
yeah,
I could get into that.
right. So I think you would, but I think the average horror fan, if they were living in like a place where they didn't really know much about football, they'd be like, "What the fuck is going on here?" And I don't think an NFL fan is going to watch this film,
That's fair.
right?
Like I know a few in our community that would, but not many.
Right. So I think that's where it's missing its mark. And I think that's why it didn't get any real attention. But this is a fucking solid film. It is very, very well done. Yes, Raw gave it a star and a half because he doesn't know how football works. He's like, I didn't even know there was football in America. Tim's like, isn't that soccer?
Yeah, you're right.
Um, so I think that if you really like football and you understand the background of it, and you like social political horror, this is for you.
All right.
It is very niche. I'm going to be honest. This is a niche horror film. I showed it to George, who likes football. He fucking loved it. He said it was one of the best films he had seen in years.
Really?
And now he watches Sunday football. Like he's really into it. So I think, and he likes horror. Not to the extent that you and I do, but he appreciated it. I think because he lives in both camps, but that's the kind of person that you got to show this to.
Okay. Yeah,
Right.
that's impressive
So
to hear that from George.
yeah, he really liked it. He thought it was one of the better movies.
Nice.
Yeah, so 95-minute runtime. It doesn't overstay its welcome. I do think for you, you should watch it, Scott, 100%. But for those out there, it may depend.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, this is one that I think I would have to watch by myself because, yeah, Erica had zero interest in this one, which I don't blame her.
Yeah, I don't blame her, but I think you would enjoy it. I would say watch it by the end of the year. I'd be interested to hear your thoughts.
All
It
right.
is available on all the VODs, Apple, Google, Amazon. Again, like only if you're really into football and horror and political socialness of the football industry, would I recommend watching it.
Okay. That makes total sense. So yeah, I will definitely add this one to the list to be watched for sure. Now
Mm.
this one almost, if you're an animal lover, you need to fucking watch this movie. Just be prepared to be very emotional. Um, but this movie is called Good Boy. It is
Most anticipated horror film of the year, I
yes.
think. I have never seen an indie film, talked as much about as this film.
I completely agree. And speaking of indie, indie is a good boy.
He is a good boy. He is a good
Um,
boy.
but yeah, this is only short and sweet 73-minute runtime. Tagline: Trust his instincts. A loyal dog moves to a rural family home with his owner, Todd, only to discover supernatural forces lurking in the shadows. As dark entities threaten his human companion, the brave pup must fight to protect the one he loves the most. Now, this is what is being called this category experimental horror, and the movies that are under this umbrella are Skinamarink, what was it?
Oh yeah, the
Uh,
one that was like the out whatever it was. I know what you're talking
Outlands,
about.
Out something, crap, I can't
Outlands or
remember.
whatever it was. Yeah.
And In a Violent Nature. Movies like
Yes.
that where it's like they're taking a risk with doing something different. And in this one, you are literally seeing this through the eyes, like not through the eyes, but like following it through the perspective of Indy the dog.
Mm-hmm.
You do get story based on Indy hearing his owner talk, and so you get kind of what's going on much better than like Skinamarink or anything like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, and this one is definitely very tense, like especially if you are a dog lover or an animal lover in general. It is very tense and on edge because you are just worried about Indy the entire time, and it does get you in the feels like
It
quite a
does.
few times throughout. I thought this story was really, really well done. It had a very important message
Hmm.
that you probably would not think of, but when you find out what the message is, you're going, "Oh, that is like it really gets you emotional to the point where like I was kind of crying a little bit." Um,
Oh,
but that's where I have to say I loved this movie. I thought it was amazing, but I have a feeling I will not be able to watch it again.
that is fair. To me, this is experimental horror done right. Thank you. To
Yes.
this director who had the fucking common sense that A, you kept it to 73 minutes
Yep.
because it's a dog. B, you had people talking in it around the dog, so you could at least follow around what was happening.
Hmm.
Um, I have nothing but praise for this film. Nothing but praise. This isn't about, to me, whether it was worth the hype. It was done right.
Yes.
Um,
This is an
and to me, that's the
independent film
important
done
part.
right.
Yes. I felt like the plot made sense. I think that you do have to be a dog lover to get into this film. I do think if you're like mediocre, you may not.
Yeah, I'll say I think
Um,
you'll still get it and it'll still pull at the heartstrings, but probably
but
not
yeah,
nearly as much.
right. And I don't know, I just had nothing but praise for it. I thought that it was extremely well done. It will be in my top 10 of the year. I joked at one time, I'm like, we don't need to watch anything else. This is my number one film of the year. And I'm not sure. I'm not sure. It may be.
Yeah.
I really felt that the delivery of it was smart and, the meaning behind it. And people can pick it apart all they want, but this is how you make an experiential film that's entertaining, that's easy to follow, and is artistic without being so over the top that you don't.
Nope. Something just happened, folks. I think it's still recording on my end, but I just lost Heather. Give me 1 second while we try to figure this out. Well, all right. The update is, her laptop died, so y'all are just stuck with me for now. And you know what? You just gotta put up with it, 'cause I don't know what to do. I'm awkward by myself. Maybe just kind of touching my nipples a little bit, just waiting, 'cause that's what you do when you're just by yourself. You just touch your nipples. And that's what you just do. You just keep on talking about it. And now she's telling me I need to talk about the film. Oh, so ignore the nipple comment for right now, folks. Let me just get back to the talking about Good Boy. But yeah, now this film is yeah. I think we kind of said it all with the way that yeah, if you are an animal lover, especially a dog lover, you will definitely get more out of this film than someone that, yeah, is mediocre. Because yeah, it's with a dog owner, you know that these animals have a bond with you and look up to you for who you are, and you're their protector. You're part of their pack. So it is worth watching for that. I like Heather said, this may be her number one film. This won't be my number one film because of the reason that I probably won't be able to watch it again. But this, I have a hard time not seeing it in my top 10 for sure, because this is one that's been hyped, like Heather said, but it is definitely worth the hype because of the way this is done. It was really well made, well directed, well shot. And yeah, I don't have much else to say, so let me see if I can go on to the next movie. I don't know if I can. Oh, yes, yes, I can. So the next movie is mine. I think Heather did watch it, but we'll get her opinion when we get back. But Good Boy is available on Shudder, so I definitely recommend checking that out. On the next movie we are going to talk about.
I'm back.
All right, she's back. I just wrapped up with Good Boy and was getting ready
Awesome.
to move on to the next film, which I think you also watched.
Yeah, I have nothing else to add to Good Boy except for this was a good film and everyone
Yeah,
should watch it.
and there might be a little bit of me rubbing my nipples talk as like everything went down. I'm going, well, you guys are stuck with me, and you know what? When you're by yourself, you may just have to rub your nipples a little bit, like I'm doing right now. And then, oh, Heather wants me to talk about Good Boy more. Okay, let me jump back to
Oh, I meant you could have talked about the other movie. But yeah, I hope everyone gets a chance to watch Good Boy. I thought it was supposed to be picked up by YouTube, Netflix or Shudder.
it is picked up by Shudder, so it might not be on Canadian Shudder.
Okay, but it is on American Shudder.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, because that's where I said it's able to be found there. But yeah, I didn't think about that. That yeah, it might not be in Canadian Shutter, so it might be different places for you guys.
Yeah, I think it's just available to rent. So again, if this is your thing, make sure you rent it there. But we'll move on to yours, which I don't think I have you did you talk about this one?
We haven't talked about like you and I talked about it because
Did
I
you?
had
Okay.
you watched it first, and then
I
I
did.
watched it later. Yes.
Oh, is a while ago.
Yeah, it was a while
Oh,
ago. And
okay,
this one
okay,
might
okay.
not be one that stuck with you. But
Okay.
this one is House on Eden, which is also a Shudder release.
Oh, that one. Yes, okay.
And it's directed by Chris Collins, which I'll get to here in a second, but it's a 77-minute runtime. So once again, short and sweet, folks. I'm loving this. The synopsis is paranormal investigators Chris, Selena, and their videographer Jay are rerouted to an abandoned house deep in the woods where they find themselves facing a force unlike anything they've encountered before. As the night spirals into chaos, missing crew members and eerie phenomena hint at an ancient, malevolent presence watching their every move. The
Oh,
reason this
yes.
one intrigued me was because, for one, found footage. Yeah, I've got to watch it.
Yep.
But the other reason is because of Chris and Selena, the characters. That is their real names, or at least their influencer names or TikToker names or whatever you want to call someone. They're not necessarily influencers, but they do videos, reels, and stuff like that. And I follow both of them. Like so, and I didn't, and I knew they were horror movie fans, but I follow them because Selena is where I get a lot of my dad jokes from to torment my boys, because she does like all these just dumb dad jokes and pun jokes, and she's just funny. She's just freaking hilarious. And Chris, I've started following her like shortly after that, like because she's friends with Selena and she got onto some of her videos. So I started following her and watching her videos. And then I heard they were making this movie together because they were huge horror movie fans and found footage fans. So I was like, all right, I'm very curious. Then I heard Shudder was picking it up. I'm going, now I'm intrigued, really intrigued. Okay, I'll give it a shot. And for them, just because they're horror movie fans wanting to make a found footage movie, not bad.
Yeah.
Honestly, not bad for a first time. And I couldn't find anything wrong with like the found footage style because I always try to nitpick. Okay, will you be doing this? Like, is this all truly
Mm-hmm.
found footage or not? Nope, they followed the rules like that I could notice. Like I didn't catch any of them breaking the rules at all, and there were actually some moments of legit creepiness throughout this. Wouldn't say it's amazing, wouldn't say it's groundbreaking or anything like that. It's more of your typical, you know, here we are, paranormal investigators going to a haunted house. Oh my God, it's real.
Oh no, there's really ghosts there.
It's more along those lines, like so. It's nothing groundbreaking, nothing new, but for what it was and being the first time found film from these two that are just known as their social media presence, thought it wasn't bad. Thought it was entertaining enough that Eric and I both enjoyed it.
Awesome. Well, I'm glad you liked it because I don't think I did. So
Yeah, I
I'm
was like,
glad
because I
you
think
liked
you were
it.
even saying you're like, oh Scott, this ain't good.
Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed it. And sometimes having that personal connection
It does
helps,
help, yeah.
right? And has it changed where it's available?
No, it is on Shudder. It's on also Apple TV, Google Play, Amazon, AMC Plus. Oh, and Tim Davis gave this a 3.5. Let me read what he says. Chris Collins' first feature-length film, and to be honest, I really don't have any problems with it. I thought all cast did a great job. For a found footage film, this does follow the usual trends, and then with a haunted house style film, it's nothing new, but it did have great tension and some creepy moments. Nothing I'd probably return to, but decent. Yeah, I
Nice.
think Tim and I have the exact same thoughts.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. I was not as big of a fan, but hey,
Yeah,
if you
I mean
liked
it's
it,
it's not
that's
going to
good.
work for everybody.
No, no. But basically, if you don't like Good Boy, you're a piece of shit. So,
100%.
well, the next one is a very low budget game, low budget movie, the Lizzie Borden game.
Hmm.
And so usually we don't talk about these films anymore. Very rare do I sit through them. This is very much five people. Well, there's a couple more actors, but they're kind of just there for a little bit. David Garrett has seen this. He watched a screener as well. And he gave it 3.5 stars. And
Oh,
I think
okay.
that's really fair. So, following the tragic and unexplained death of her parents, Emily Jones, a group of friends during a secluded trip in the woods, the group uncovers an eerie, child game known as the Lizzie Borden game, similar to Bloody Mary, right? Is how only they're using the Lizzie Borden lore.
Yeah.
And I really liked this film. Like, I'm gonna be very clear here. I am not telling everyone to run. Rob's gonna be like, "You told me to go watch the Lizzie Borden game movie, and it sucked." But I'm not telling everyone to go watch this movie. All I am saying is that for a low budget film, like true low budget, it worked within its means. It was 82-minute runtime. I actually gave a shit what happened to the characters. I liked them. I believe that they were the one group of like there was two girls that were supposed to be friends and they're introducing their boyfriends for the first time. Honestly, it seemed like people in their late 20s getting together,
Oh,
early
okay.
30s. Like I was like this seems believable to me. Like this seems like believable conversation, right? Like it wasn't something so out of the top weird that I was like I can't see this happening. Um, Obviously there's a ghost story wrapped into this. But her low budget, like that's why I wanted to like give a little shout out to this. So Kevin Moray McCarthy was the director here. He's also done Beware of the Boogeyman in 2024, so this would be his second film.
Oh,
You know
okay.
what, man? Good for you. Like, this was
Nice.
an entertaining, low budget film. You stayed within your 82-minute runtime. It's available for free on Plex. I would say for people, if you're looking at low budget movies and you're wondering what it would be like for you to make a movie one day, or Esmeen Gray, I think you would like this film because I know Esmeen watches a lot of different stuff.
Yep.
This would be something that they would appreciate,
Oh, absolutely.
right?
Well, actually, I shouldn't say I know, but I mean, Esme would definitely be one to check this out
Right.
for sure, is what I mean.
And I think even Sandra Kane
Yes.
would appreciate this. Like, would I recommend it to like the average horror fan? Probably not. But for those that have seen low budget and don't mind it, I would definitely check this out. And it's for free on Plex.
Yeah,
So
can't argue with that.
yeah, right? So that's my one low budget that I brought to the table.
All right. Well, and this is one that I'm going to bring to the table that I don't think enough people have really talked about. So kind of like
No.
a hidden gem, if you will.
And I feel like it's the name.
It might be, yeah.
Like I think
It's
it sounds like it's gonna be this low budget shitty film, you know what I mean?
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this movie that we're talking about is Bone Lake. Once again, another 94-minute runtime.
Mm-hmm.
And the tagline, What's Your Body Count? A couple's romantic vacation at a secluded lakeside estate is upended when they are forced to share the mansion with a mysterious and attractive couple. In the darkly hilarious and seductive horror story, a dream getaway spirals into a nightmarish maze of sex, lies, and manipulation, bringing terrifying secrets to light and triggering a bloody battle for survival. All right, so I went into this one thinking, okay, this is just going to be kind of silly because we watched the trailer and it looked just very like, okay, this could be like
Mm-hmm.
horny people and bad things happen to them. And it ends up being way more than that. This actually kind of gave me the 90s erotic thriller feel.
Yeah, I would agree.
And it actually had like a well thought out story that like kept making you have like feel these awkward moments and like
Mm-hmm.
very like it made you very uncomfortable in certain situations and the way these characters just played off of each other, the chemistry was phenomenal. The
Agreed.
story I thought was just great because I kind of seen where it was going, but then like one part of the reveal kind of was like, oh, holy shit, really?
Yeah.
And I have to say, it started off as like an erotic thriller and all this, but god damn, there were some gory ass kills. There might be a kill of the year in here for me for a couple of them.
Yeah.
Good God. Right off the bat, within the first 5 minutes, there's one that made me just go, oh,
I
oh
know.
God.
It's wild.
But yeah, this movie was fucking fantastic. Like,
I agree.
I had so much fun with this one.
I agree.
And like I was just shocked because I haven't heard anybody really talk about it until I brought it up to you, and I think I brought it up in the Nightmares for Dummies chat with the Horror for Dummies and Rob.
Yep.
Brought it up in there saying you guys need to watch it, and Rob was like, "Yeah, this movie was a lot of fucking fun."
Yeah.
So like, yeah, like that. We found a movie Rob likes.
Which is rare because
Right.
besides Jurassic World Rebirth, which is his number one film of the year, yeah, it's good that he has two.
Exactly. But yeah, this one I couldn't recommend enough. This was just way better than I had given it any than it had any right to be. Like it was
I
just fun.
I agree with you. I thought this was entertaining. It was easy to watch. You know, it was strangers at a home done right. It was believable.
Yes.
The choices that they make were believable. The actions were of when you're in an awkward social situation, what you would do. And I really bought into the main couple. I thought they were had a really authentic relationship. Not the antagonist.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like Manoa.
yeah,
That's a whole
yes.
different ball game right
Yes,
there.
the protagonist.
Yeah, because you believe like, the issues they are dealing with were
Yeah, they're
typical
like they were
couple
real.
issues.
Yeah, like to me they were real, and I really appreciated that. I agree with you. I haven't heard this talked about, and I wonder if the title is what's done it,
It
and
might
then
be.
some of the posters of it, because it's a really entertaining film. I definitely think this is one of the year to check out. It is available for rent on Amazon, Google, and Apple, so it's out there, people, if you're interested.
Yeah, I highly recommend this to pretty much anybody. Like this is another top 10 for me.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I think it's a really solid film this year. You watched the next one, I think.
Let's see. Let me look at the
Not me.
list. Oh, hell yeah, I did.
Yeah, this
Speak.
is a you.
Oh, hell yeah, I did. Let me get the synopsis up. All right, so this next one that I am talking about, I just watched, I think it was Thursday evening or Friday night. But this was one that I had been highly anticipating because it is, for one, directed by good old Steven Kostanski, which is part of the Astron 6 group from the
Mm-hmm.
Canadian film team
Mm-hmm.
that did Father's Day, The Editor, uh, and a lot of awesome short films. But Steven Kostanski is well known for Leprechaun Returns, Psycho Gorman. What was the other one he did that? Frankie Frico, The Void, and then now this, which the movie I'm talking about is a remake of an old 80s dark fantasy movie called Death Stalker. For one, I'll get into Death Stalker, the original first, and just say I've always had a soft spot for this series. I remember making Heather, Nudie, Android, and
You sure
Venom
did.
watch these for It's Not Horror, okay? And they're just ridiculous 80s fantasy trash. I know they're bad movies, but they're fucking entertaining. And yep, Steven Kostanski decided to do a remake of this, and here, I'll get right into the tagline and then synopsis. Evil has many names, adventure has only one. A powerful swordsman known as Deathstalker recovers a cursed amulet from a corpse strewn battlefield. Marked by dark magic and hunted by monstrous assassins, he must face the rising evil and break the curse. This stars the typical Astron 6 crew kind of smattered throughout the entire film. None of them are main characters. They're all just kind of like little side characters that show up. It does have Patton Oswalt, who plays Doodad, or the voice of Doodad, who is a little person goblin type wizard in this. But yeah, Patton Oswalt does the voice for him. Let's see if there's anybody else of note. No one else that comes to mind. Daniel Bernhardt is the one that plays Deathstalker. But anyways, so I saw the trailer for this when it got announced, and I was all fucking in because I'm like, this is gonna be fucking badass. I cannot wait. I am here for it. And it did not fucking disappoint. This movie was just freaking awesome. It was hilarious. It was gory. It was total 80s dark fantasy practical effects extravaganza, had the cheesy story, had the cheesy dialogue. It was all done on purpose. You could totally tell. But my God, this belongs in the horror genre as well. It is going to be the category of it's not horror, or is it? Or who cares? It's good
Nice.
award.
Nice. I love
Because,
it.
yeah, this has so much gore, some very creepy ass monsters. And like it's basically like a fantasy meets a horror movie.
Do you think I should watch it?
I think you should. Like I say, I don't think you'll like it as much as me because this is definitely a Scotty film.
Okay.
But
Okay.
I think you should at least check. But I think you should check it out because I think the practical effects and the horror aspect to it will be enough to kind of keep you going.
Okay. Okay.
But yeah, I want to say this may be my number one film of the year.
Okay.
This is my Psycho Gorman from like 2021, 2022. Like,
That's awesome.
I fucking loved it. Kostansky is back on full swing. You can see his practical effects being on full display, and there is so much of it on screen. Erica was instantly losing interest, but
Not her
she
thing.
also she also likes these fantasy movies from the 80s, but something about this one just wasn't grabbing her attention.
Mm-hmm.
But I would say if you are a fan of Willow, Deathstalker, Army of Darkness, and even fuck, what was the name of the other one I was trying to think of? Oh, Legend. If you are a fan of any of those like 80s and 90s fantasy movies, this is kind of a love letter mix of all those together.
Okay.
Just added more gore.
Okay. I'm here
But
for it.
yeah, it is fucking awesome. I loved it. It made my Scotty heart happy to have a film like this in 2025.
And where would you recommend, like, where can we find it?
This one is available to rent on Apple TV, Google Play, Amazon, Plex, and YouTube.
Nice. Nice. Well, I may watch it. I will try.
Yep, I was gonna say like
I will
it's
try.
not one that you must watch because I already know it's not going to be anything for you, but it's definitely entertaining.
I appreciate that. Well, final film we have to talk about today.
Time to bring it down a notch.
Oh, fuck's sakes. Okay. It is Black Phone 2. That is just a word. So the original Black Phone cleaned up at the Fangoria Awards the year that it came out.
Oh yeah.
I'll be honest, and I mean this in the best way. I do not think Black Phone was the best film that came out that year.
No, it was good, but it
It was
wasn't
good.
like amazing.
And I mean this, and it's gonna sound mean. If you're an average horror fan and you didn't watch a lot, I could see how that was considered your number one film of the year.
Yeah.
Because it was good. It was good. It was well done. Which is why that's voted on fans. Most people watch the theatrical releases. That's how it got awarded that. So I enjoyed the original very, very much so. Thought it was good. I think it was in our top 10.
Yeah, I think I at least gave it an honorable mention. I don't know if it made it
Yeah,
in my top
I
10 or
think it
not.
was in my top 10. I think it was number 10 or 9. Like it was up there. I did think it was pretty good. So, I was excited to see a sequel. I questioned how they could do a sequel because,
Yeah.
he's dead at the end of it.
Yeah.
So, well, we should never doubt the creativity of horror writers. So, um,
Oh boy.
4 years after escaping the grabber, Finley Brake is struggling with his life after captivity. Fair. And
Hmm.
this was like the 80s, so we don't believe in counseling, so that makes sense.
They're right.
When his sister Gwen begins to receive calls in her dream from a black phone and seeing disturbing visions of three boys being stalked at a winter camp. So now we're at a winter camp.
Hmm.
The siblings become determined to solve the mystery and confront a killer who's gained more powerful in death and more significant than her. Like, this is so stupid. Fuck's sakes. Okay, so oh my god. I'm gonna try not to give spoilers here, people, but basically, there's a family connection to the grabber.
Oh.
From a previous family member who went to this camp, and also the grabber was at this camp, and then moved back to this other town. Grabber gets around a lot. People who have compared this to the Nightmare on Elm Street series, I would say you need to compare this to Dream Child if you're going to compare it to the
Oh
Nightmare on
boy.
Elm Street series.
Ooh.
I know it's in theaters. I know it has done well, and I can appreciate those who have enjoyed it. It has a 3.1 letter rating on Starbucks. Dave C gave
Starbucks?
it Starbucks.
Letterbox.
Letterbox, thank you. Dave C gave it 4 stars. Dave Bailey's given it 4 stars.
Wow.
Matt Wood's given it 3. I will say it's interesting. Like, they took the concept and went a very different way with it, but I found it a little too out there for me. There's too much suspension of belief. I would have preferred a true prequel where perhaps we saw the grabber and someone else had got away, but could
Okay.
never prove it was him.
Right.
Right? So there was some
Or
kids
someone
that got,
inspired by the grabber, perhaps.
even if it was the grabber and it was his history, like as a child, how he became to be who he was, and maybe how he almost got caught, and then we see him, it ends just as he's about to kidnap Finn.
Yeah.
Right? I think that would have been a better use of their time than the approach they took here. it was it was like a prequel and sequel mixed together, and for me, it just didn't work.
Okay.
But for a lot of folks, it did. So
And now, was this the sequel you were talking alluding
yes,
to?
yes. I now, mind you, maybe it's because you and I were like, "Hey, the black phone was good, but it wasn't the best thing since sliced bread." I don't know.
Right.
Um, George gave up. He was watching it with me, and he's like, "This makes no fucking sense. I'm not watching this anymore."
Yeah,
Um,
that says something right there if George is
I
out.
yeah, I pushed through it. It was almost 2 hours long. And
Oof.
I'm not gonna lie, there were parts where I was like, fucking, can we get to the fucking point? Like, can we get to the fucking point? And we had
Hmm.
seen, like, he went with me to see Black Phone in the theaters,
Right.
right? So, like, I just felt it was so different from the first one. To me, it jumped the shark. To me, it was silly. It made no sense. It was so, like, I understood the logic that they were going with, that psychic powers run through the family, which they alluded to in the first one. I would love to give spoilers on this to talk about how silly it is, but I won't because it's still in theaters and people are watching it. But it's a family prequel. It's a family theme with a prequel and sequel mixed together. The third
Hmm.
act was great. I will say this: the third act got me back into it because it was
Okay.
like quick and it was entertaining. But to me, this was not a good film. I think this was a payday for Ethan Hawke. Like, I think he was like, I think all those actors made some good money off of this film. And the worst part is, it's been successful, so that means there may be a fucking third. And I don't know
I'll
how
say
the
I did
fuck they're
see.
gonna come up with a third.
I'll say I did see Ethan Hawke say he would love to come back for a third movie. So
Like, this is not Nightmare. Like, you can't redo the concept of Nightmare on Elm Street in 2025. If you want to redo the movie, sure. The Jester 2 is not a redoing of Nightmare on Elm Street,
no.
right? It's a fucking demon that comes out and fucks people up. This was so much like, yeah, anyway. Watch it and we'll see what you think. But
Yeah.
it will not be, to me, this would be the most, this and 28 years later
Oof.
are both competing for most overhyped movie of the year,
Yeah.
or whatever it is we have. Like, overhype, I think, is what we call it, right? So those to me are right up there. Like, I think 28 Years was better. I think Danny Boyle's a better director and the story made more sense. And that's not saying much because that story didn't make a lot of sense.
No.
So anyway, you want to see it in some theaters? If not, you can rent it. You know, if you want to give it a shot, make your own opinion. Like, that's my thoughts on it. Lots of people liked it. Lots of people had a good time with it. Could just be me. Everyone, different strokes for different folks,
Oh, for sure.
right?
And yeah, I will probably watch it. Like I seen the trailers like way back before it came out and everything, and I'm just like, first one was fine, but I'm going, do we really need a sequel? So we'll see where I
To
land
me,
on
it
it.
was a one and done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's like trying to redo Barbarian, like do a sequel to Barbarian.
Right.
What he did was he just did another fucking movie.
Exactly.
Filmed similarly, but another fucking movie. Like, that's like, why couldn't you, or just do a prequel where we hear about the grabber's backstory?
Right.
Like, do that,
But yeah, no, no. Why do that? Why?
right? Or like, yeah, someone that's inspired by the grabber and they see him, you know, he comes to them as a vision. Sure, I fucking sign up for that too. You know, or like Finn becomes the mentor, like in Halloween Ends. Like, Michael Meyer got a mentor. Maybe fucking some other Finn becomes the like, I don't know. There's so many ways they could have gone with this that would have been better than this film.
100%. Yeah.
So anyway, when you watch it, let me know what you think.
All right, yeah, because yeah, I'll probably watch it because once again, I'm trying to get most of the theatrical watches under my belt. Well, minus Conjuring 4 because I could give a shit less about
Oh
Conjuring.
shit, I watched that. I forgot to put that on here.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh man. Okay, I'll say it quickly. Conjuring 4 was like a Niagara Falls haunted house.
Oh boy.
And it was like cameos. Like, they would come around the corner, they're like, ah, the nun. Ah,
Ah,
Annabelle.
oh
So
my God,
fucking
La
stupid.
Llorona.
Yeah, it would. Oh no, no, that would have been a good ghost. She wasn't there. It was just like fucking Annabelle and like the nun making cameos every 5 fucking seconds. It was so
Oh
stupid.
boy.
And like, they try to paint themselves like their daughter and like her boyfriend get dragged into it, and like all of a sudden they don't give a shit about anybody, and they're like, no, we don't want to help anyone, and then they're like forced to help people. And I will say the actors that play the two of them are great. Patrick, what is it? Patrick
Patrick
Wilson
Wilson. Yeah.
and Vera Femga.
Farmiga.
Farmiga.
Vera Farmiga.
Yeah, they're great. Like, honestly, no shit on them, right? They play the role well, but like, it's so stupid. It's like, it was like it was like The Conjuring already kind of moved to like a haunted house, right? And this was just like a haunted house with cameos. Like, it was so remember the nun? Oh yeah, I remember.
I remember
Shit.
that.
It was so, and like, yeah. And of course, like, there's always like this demon. The demon's always like, no, this demon's different this time. And it's like the same demon. It's just the nun recreated.
Oh, for fuck's
Like, I'm
sakes.
pretty sure like it's the nun that shows up in Annabelle that shows up in like Lenora or whatever, or it shows up in here. Like, it's just the same fucking
Oh.
demon, just reproduces everywhere.
Yeah, because you were telling me about this one, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm good. I already refused to watch part three and refused to watch this one, so
Oh
I'm
yeah,
good.
it wasn't. Yeah, you didn't miss anything. That's so that makes me up to 98 watches because I forgot those other films.
All right, you're almost there.
Two off of 100, baby. Gotta watch Mr. Ozfurk and his mind fuck next,
Oh yeah, the
right?
keeper.
Right? So the only other thing to add, oh yeah, and Conjuring's available for rent on all the platforms. If you decide if you're a Conjuring completist and you want to watch the rest of these films, just prepare for some fucking cheesy haunted house, fucking paranormal, stupid, over the top cameo from demons shit. That's welcome to the Conjuring 4. Um, you're so smart for giving them up, Scott. They really aren't. Yeah, they're not good.
Like I say, I don't like those characters. They are con artists.
They are con artists, right? And again, this is nothing towards the actors.
No,
The actors do a
just the
great
actual
job.
people.
People, fuck's sakes. Anyway, hopefully this is the last one. They painted it that it should be. This
Let's
should
hope.
be the end. At least of them. Like, at least of their story. They're supposed to all be fucking retired now. Their daughter got married and her fucking husband signed up. I'm sure her daughter watched the movie and was like, this isn't my life. What the fuck are you talking about? But anyway. Some other things, I've been on some ghost walks. Back when I went to England and
What, you were in England?
I know. I
You
feel
don't
like
say.
feels like forever ago. Poor Mark's waiting for me to talk about this story because he was on the tour with me. He's like, "Are you ever gonna get to that?" So I booked tickets for this paranormal tour. It was at a castle, in all fairness. So, like, it is freaky, right?
Well, and I was gonna say, just in general, just taking a tour of a castle is fucking
Yeah,
awesome,
right.
whether it's
So
ghost related or not.
yeah, right. So, well, it started at the castle. It was outside the castle, but it was around the general area. And I've been in the castle before anyway. I digress. So, telling all these stories, and of course they're all like fucking tragic, like horrible, like this woman was killed, and so were all her kids, and these people were tortured, and this is where they burned the witches or drowned them. Like, it was all like fucked shit, right? And then like the tour guide would be like, "I dare you to call out the murderer's name," right? Or
Hmm.
touch the place where the woman was hanged, right? All right, cool,
Right.
cool. Whatever, right? So we get to the castle part. Okay, so we're going on the outside of the castle, and we go inside, and we're in, like, I don't know, we'll say the courtyard for sake of argument. And he's like, "Oh, the lord that lived here, he was horrible. He would murder folks, and he would, do experiments on them and throw them in pits and make them suffer, and then pull them out of the pits and do more surgeries. Like, just a real piece of shit, dude, right?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, yeah." He's like, "And we're gonna call to him tonight." And he brings out fucking like his electrometer reader, right?
Oh boy.
Yeah, and I said, so he's like, "We're gonna call them," and he pulls up the reader, and I'm like, why would we do that? And he was like, "Because it's a ghost tour." I'm like, so I stepped out of the circle because I do believe in this shit, right? Like,
Right.
and I don't think you should be fucking around with evil spirits.
No.
Like, I don't. So I step out of the circle, and of course, like, he starts calling to the fucking ghost. He's like, "William, I don't fear you. Come to the show us your power, Williams." He's like, "I've had people fall down because he shoved them and this and that and the other thing." Anyway, long story short, he focuses in with his electrometer on two ladies. He's like, "You two are walking home together tonight, right?" I'm like, "Yes." He's like, "Good." I'm like, "Why? Because you're going to follow them? Because right now you're the creepiest thing here. It's you." So anyway, he said the ghost was on them or whatever. And again, I believe in this shit, right? So like,
Right.
I'm like, "What the fuck are you doing?" Right? So we're leaving and he's walking with me and he's like, oh, because I had mentioned I was from Canada and I had gone on other ghost tours, and he's like, "Oh, so I have friends from Canada." I'm like, "Okay." And he's like, "Sometimes you got to poke the bear." I'm like, "If
No.
you have friends from Canada, they would know that you never poke a bear."
Yeah.
None of us go out poking bears, actually.
You
But
know, that's how you die.
right? But I will say he was a good storyteller. He was entertaining. It was worth the money. So this ghost walk tour, if you're interested when you're in the city of Newcastle upon Tyne, it is worth it. As much as I tease, he was entertaining. And you know what? For £10 per person, that converts into about $20 Canadian per
It's not
person.
bad.
It was worth it.
Yeah.
It was worth it. I did another ghost tour here in Toronto, and we did it at the Black Creek Pioneer Village. Also, some great storytelling, some very good, like, creepy things, beautiful pioneer areas. to look at, also very, very good folklore and entertaining, And I think that's
Yeah.
the biggest thing with these tours. You're looking to be entertained.
Right.
And you're
Whether you believe in the supernatural or not,
yeah,
you're still getting history.
right. And that's the thing. So it was well done. But that wraps it up for what other things I've been up to.
Which, we don't like to do around here anyways, wrap up, you know what I'm saying?
No, no, we go in
We
bareback.
do it raw.
We do it raw. Not our problem. You get Pragers.
Raw, no lube. Get
Rob
it.
knows it's straight up here, Friday Nightmares. So thank you for sitting with us and waiting between episodes. The last time we recorded was in September because I went away and Scott was getting married and shit was too busy. We will be back again in December, probably towards the end of December,
Yep.
because I don't know how many more movies I'm actually going to watch between now and then.
Yep, I'm gonna try. I still have at least a handful I want to get to, at
Okay.
least like ones I definitely like to try watching beforehand, just because I've heard good things, and who knows where they might land.
Hey, don't know, don't try, don't get, right?
Exactly.
So we will be back for our final episode here of Friday Nightmares, which will I think be a little bit of an emotional one.
Yeah,
But we know
it'll be
it's
bittersweet,
it'll be bittersweet, but the time has come. So if
just like me.
just like Sky. And we don't want to be like Black Phone too. We
Yeah,
want
we
to
don't want to
be
come too early. Oh wait, sorry.
one last funny thing before we shout out Legion Patreon is I was watching, so back in September I went, there's a band I follow, just a local bar band, and they said they were having their last show. So I went to their last show in September. There was all these people that were there, hugs, da da da. So I see that the guy who ran the band is going to play last night at a bar I like to go to. I'm like, oh, he must just be playing with his wife, right? Like they've
Yeah.
given up the band, but they're just doing. I come in and it's the band, but they've replaced the drummer and the bassist, and they're playing all the same beats. So I teased them afterwards. I'm like, so what is this? Like a situation where you were the Beatles, but now you're the Wings with Paul McCartney? Like I don't understand what's happened here, right? And then I thought about it. It'd be like me like saying, "Oh yeah, we're done, we're done, we're done, we're done," and then I come back in like March, and
Yeah,
I'm
under
like
a new podcast
Friday
name.
Frights,
Yeah.
and I like bring some person and we talk about 2026 movies, and like for a new segment we talk about like the best of 80s or something,
Yeah.
right?
Welcome to Saturday Dreams.
Friday Frights and Saturday Dreams. And people are like, "This is Friday." I'm like, "No, no, no."
We're retired. We retired that.
No, this is something different without Scott. Even though it's the exact same format, I just got rid of him. Which I'm not doing. Just to be clear, everybody, you will not. Friday Frights and Saturday Dreams is not a real podcast. That is coming, I can
I
assure
mean,
you.
maybe. No.
Well, not from me anyway. Scott may do it with Erica, and he'll replace me.
Oh yeah, I'll do it all right.
Oh yeah, all night long. She's like, yeah, all night long. All night being
Yeah,
good
go
10 minutes.
go to bed, dear. Go to bed.
But we are proud members of the Legion Podcast Network, have been for 5 years now. We are thankful for everything that they have done for us, and we are thankful for the podcast that they support. And if you are not supporting Legion yet through Patreon, Scott needs to know.
Just gotta ask. What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? The remake. What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Join us.
Join us today at the Legion Podcast Network. Again, thank you to all of you who have supported us over the years. We will be back one more time to put this to bed. It will be a breakup dinner at Chili's.
It will be. We'll have a few drinks. We'll shed some tears. We'll
uh,
talk about the good and the bad of
uh,
2026,
and
2025.
and the journey of us watching way too many horror movies.
Yeah. Which, oh God. So yeah, if our next episode is our awards episode, I'll need to get my ass in gear now to start getting the list together.
Oh my God, tell me about it. You need months still to plan it. Where I'm like the day before, I'm like, what do I feel today?
Yeah, we definitely two different peas in a different pod there.
Yes, we are. But don't you feel now a little elitist when people are like, "Oh, that movie"? You're like, "Yeah, I've seen it."
Yeah,
We
exactly.
watch so much shit now.
Well, and I love it because everyone at work that watches horror movies or like occasionally watches horror films always comes to me, "Hey, have you watched this one yet?" "Oh yeah, I have." "Oh my God, we need to talk about it."
You're like, peasant, please. You know who you're talking to.
You're right.
I'm Scott Crawford from the Friday Nightmares podcast.
Like I am in, you know I am a big deal, right?
I am the man, just to be clear. But yes, thank you to everyone for your support over the years, and we will be back. So, Scott, do you have anything to say to the good folks before we log off today?
Yes, I just want to say, once again, thank you very much to everybody for supporting us throughout these years. This has been a wonderful journey, and yeah, next episode will definitely be bittersweet, but I'm glad that we can at least provide an ending to the show. But yeah, thank you so very, very much. And as always, unpleasant dreams, kiddies.
See ya.